Hell nah man. Some girls are flat out semen demons that don't want any relationship. I have some horror stories with these types. Be me. My birthday. Get some wishes from some friends from school or past jobs. My old coworker texts me saying happy birthday. We talk for a bit and I find out she is single. She says she is talking to this dude but she said we can go on a date if it doesn't go well. A day later she got rejected. We are in the talking phase before we date next week since we're both busy with work. Next day we talk and such. Skip to 7 p.m, ask her what's up. Sends me a photo with her with some random dude, not in a friend or sibling way, they had the lights down and were close. Immediately unned her. Month later I find out she is with another dude. Dude used to be a mutual friend of mine. Told her how she manipulated me. He said oh yeah, she did that to me so I played her back. One more example. Work in retail. Guy gets hired with his girlfriend early April. In late June they break up. Girlfriend and I were talking and hanging out with her boyfriend and we were sorta mutuals in the past. One night we were talking and she says she likes me. We are official I guess. Ask when does she wanna do something and go on a date. She keeps on saying she is busy even though we have the same shift hours sort of. She even lied about being sexually assaulted and that's why she is uncomfortable around guys. She hanged out with my coworker, caught her sitting on a guy's hood of his car and heard she made out with a dude from another town. We don't talk for a week and I assumed we split. Meanwhile I heard about her liking and having a crush on some white boy cashier. Told her how I genuinely feel and we split. Jesus fucking Christ, have you ever been so undesirable a girl makes up a story about being sexually assaulted? Be me. Went to a massage parlor today. Curious about happy ending so-called experiences that happen at massage parlors. Massage was going normal. Small chit-chat about life and work. Tells me she's not married and it's been hard during lockdown. Tell her that sucks and that I plan to visit to massage place weekly so I'm trying out different places. She starts removing her clothing. Fucking major tits not bad for first experience. She put her tits in my face. Encourages me to suck and touch them. It's happening guys. She started furiously jerking my dick off. Dick is legit dead. Didn't get hard at all. She tells me to sit up so she can massage her tits on my dick. She finishes up the session with me flaccid and awkward to everything that just happened. She asks me to come back next Tuesday to fuck her. Leave feeling retarded. Do I go back and try to clap them cheeks? And why my dick not work for the big titty massage girl? This is my first sexual experience with a sex worker. Be me. Joined the military straight out of high school. Get back together with on and off girlfriend after boot camp. Things great at first, go on trip through the whole of California and after I buy a car on leave. Things sour, long distance relationship. She parties a lot at college, yes I understand that's a huge red flag and now but I was 19, give me a break. Suggest marriage since our relationship is faltering. We get married, move in together. Things go south pretty quickly. She was pretty mean and controlling before marriage but cranks it up to 11 once we are living together. Constant fighting and abuse from her. She controls everything. When I see my friends, how much beer I drink, we're talking about a 6-pack every Friday night is too much for her. If I can smoke cigarettes, have energy drinks, what I buy. Accuses me of cheating if I go to the gym too long or too often. Go along with this at first because I want to be a good husband and I'm young and dumb. Eventually realize this is fucked up and try to stand up to her. She threatens to cheat on me with my co-workers, or bring back dudes from the club if I don't do as she says. Belittles me, calls me a bad husband, says I'm not a man, insults me etc. Take her places around SoCal but it always ends up in a fight, no matter how hard I try and make it a good time. Drink thrown in my face, her screaming at me in public etc. Live in fear that she'll humiliate me with one of my friends and that my platoon will find out how bad the situation is. Eventually she decides to go back to college in our home state. Acquiesce because I want to support her ambitions and because frankly I'm tired of living with her by this point. 2 months and she decides she actually wants to be in the military too. Say no because that's not been part of our plans so far and I'm not okay with it. I don't really want a relationship with a woman in the military because it requires a ton of trust and cohesion. Be me. In debt, 60K student loans, 3K private. Recently in a car accident, truck smashed into the back of the Uber I was riding in. Finished last day of treatment today and need the lawyer to do the settlement. Hospital bill is like 5K. No idea about treatment costs. Credit score is 598. Just had to pay over $600 for a root canal yesterday. Going to pay over $800 for a crown tomorrow. Apparently my dental insurance only covers 20% the first year for major issues. Like $250 in the bank, broke after bills and fixing up car. Working as a plumber's apprentice during weekdays for $15 an hour and working doubles on Saturday and Sunday as a server. Renting a place with my dad, never had much of a relationship with, due to bizarre circumstances. I pay half the rent, yet my dad who owes over $90K in child support believes I don't do my fair share. Living this way is insufferable in every way. Dad is passive-aggressive fat manlet twat. Last time I had sex was 3 weeks ago. My only solace is that I'm attractive, 6 feet, blonde, athletic, handsome. Need to lose 20 pounds to get shredded. Falling for a girl overseas, but I'm broke, don't have my own place, and her country has gay COVID restrictions. Trying to start my own business, need at least 10 weeks or so. Trying to rent my own place, but they all require an income 4 times the amount of the monthly rent and a credit score of like 650 minimum. Should I just trope or join the military? I feel like with every 2 steps I take 1 step back. I'm trying so fucking hard, brothers, I just want to make it. Be me. Short manlet. Buck-toothed. I have never smiled or laughed my entire life in front of people. Bullied throughout life, doesn't know. Forced to masturbate before I could even ejaculate. Traumatic experiences of being bullied by people around me both physically and situationally. Retarded, but can hide it now. Has no one to turn to except internet. Expects all this will change at some point. Pray. Turns 20. Nothing changed. Everything hits me all at once. Why I am a beta hiding behind my computer and escapism. All my friends are 4 years ahead of me now, even my younger siblings are catching up with me. I grew with the worst kind of people that I know. I knew all these only after I moved out. Thinking back, I could have had my childhood with any other ones. It's like God specifically wants to break me. These are just the personal ones. I could go on and it would just become a novel. You need to find something else nice. Be me. Cool, confident and respected by multiple social groups. Great grades, smart. Just got a clothing sponsor for my outsport, so I was making money at college while doing something I loved. Dad kicks me out even though UNI isn't far after I was arrested with some friends. No big deal. JPG. Suddenly hit by an injury and struggle to rehab it by myself. Lose sponsorship, get depressed, lose the new social circle I was building. Start suffering from migraines so I can't focus on studying either. Aspirations gone, hopes vanished, dreams dead. Years later and the injury is still there, still suffering from migraines, but I've learned to cope with both. Drinking and nice food make me feel ill, have to stick to low-carb diet and drink tons of water. Little to no energy to socialize but still maintain a small circle. Struggle to focus at work and my competence and work ethic is constantly questioned, scrapped by a promotion so I'm on decent pay for now. I'm through the worst of it, but I live for the little things now, no bigs hope, and even dating would be a waste of effort, it's only going to get harder as I age. Be me. 22/M/6'1/white. Used to date a lot, spent a year off to work on myself. Feel ready to date now. Try and notice dating apps barely netting good results. Gain a match or two and attention wasn't held even after gaming their social/phone hash. Notice young men are struggling to date on all boards. Statistics show dating, birth rates, and population at an all-time low. Look into it more, see the rift between men and women being astronomical. Contact friends to try and introduce me to someone or set up a mixer. pntoyjack.covid.jpg. Be in an isolating field of work so that's shot down. Don't wanna pay full price for online classes. Haven't tried cold approaches much as I worry that my intense eyes might spook feminines. What do? Is it just a bad time currently to start dating and just kick back and chill, or is there other good ideas to meet a girl who looks great and would like a healthy relationship? My hobbies include but not limited to cars, ballet songs, trying new foods out, VJ PC, little bit of drawing, repairing and making things. Would like to learn cooking. Many times I've been told I should be having a great time, but so far been pretty rough. Should I just take more time to myself and not think about getting a GF, or is there something I'm missing or can work on? Just some background because all of this is somewhat complex. Be me. Met straight-facing boy I rode on a bus with. Found out he was DL and had feelings for me. Fast forward some years. Have head in car. Basically cheated on every GF he's ever had with me. Gross, not flexing either. Just showing his character. We had a falling out because he removed me from one of the only social media apps we consistently talked on. When I seeked out why, it's because he didn't want anyone finding those messages in case his GF were to ever snoop through the app, which is BS because the last hookup we had he was bragging about how his GF never looked through his shit, which is why I called him a liar. Initially I text him with a hey, and after some days of no response I ask what I did wrong, and apparently his contacts got lost, which I also find hard to believe because this is over iMessage and you can't lose contacts because they're backed up by default in iCloud. I ignore the red flags and we reconcile. The most recent message is me trying to see if was available for lunch, but left on read because he most likely didn't bother to save me in his contacts, proving me right, that things were never going to change and I was always going to be neglected. Be me. Work at ice cream shop. Joint has a no relationships rule, but management doesn't give a fuck about rules due to labor shortage. One of my shift leaders has my attention from the get-go. She has asked me about my motorized bicycle that I take to work. Pretty sure she winked at me while looking at me in the eye after overhearing a conversation with her and her friend about hugging someone. She advised me on what to get for my first motorcycle. She has also helped me with large orders without asking, despite being able to take them down on my own, like for blizzards. Has called me funny after I act like a sarcastic autist. Asked where I live so she could give me a ride in case my bike chain derails again. Every night she wishes for me to ride safely and waits in the parking lot until I leave workplace parking lot. Guys, what is this? Is this normal behavior or am I as dense as an anime protagonist?